This week on MCrider, we'll look at 5 common road hazards that catch riders off guard and what you can do about it. It doesn't matter how familiar you are with a given road, the challenges that it provides are constantly changing. It's usually those unexpected changes that catch riders off guard and can lead to a crash. The good news is that we're not helpless victims waiting for that unexpected change to happen that results in a crash. There are things that we can do to handle the unexpected troubles on the road and get home in one piece. So let's look at 4 common unexpected road events and what we can do about it. Number 1, road debris. Loose debris reduces traction, causing the bike to slide unexpectedly. This loose debris can include a variety of materials such as gravel, sand, leaves, or even small pieces of trash. When a motorcycle tire encounters this loose debris, it can cause the tire to lose traction and lose its grip on the road surface. This loss of traction can result in the bike sliding unexpectedly or making it difficult for the rider to control the motorcycle and potentially leading to a crash. The danger of loose debris is particularly high in corners or when braking, as these maneuvers require more traction. If the rider encounters loose debris in these situations, they may lose control and the bike may slide out. Additionally, loose debris can also obscure lane markings or potholes, making it more difficult for the rider to navigate the road safely. So motorcyclists should be particularly vigilant for loose debris in areas where it's commonly found, such as construction zones, near gravel roads, or in areas with heavy tree cover. So how do you handle it? Well, in many situations, loose debris will not create a crash in and of itself, but often our reaction to the debris makes the situation much worse, and we find ourselves in trouble. So some tips that you can use to handle the situation: keep your head and eyes up. Look up the road. The easiest way to deal with debris in the road is to see it before you ever get to it. So keep your head and eyes up and scan the road ahead of you. The debris at your front tire, so if you're looking down at the front tire and then you see the debris, it's too late at that point to do anything about it. Your head and eye technique plays a big role in doing this also. Your eye discipline also plays a big role when you find yourself in the debris. You don't want to look down at the debris, so I'm crossing through it. I don't want to look down at it. I want to keep my head and eyes up and look over the debris where I want the motorcycle to go. As always, keep a relaxed grip on the hand grips. Avoid sudden braking. A straight line through the debris is almost always the best answer, but if needed, gently steer through the debris while keeping the bike as upright as possible. No sudden changes in speed by braking, chopping off the throttle, or otherwise upsetting the front and rear balance of the motorcycle. Number 2, sudden surface changes. Things like potholes, expansion joints, or railroad tracks, these are dangerous because they can cause a sudden loss of control due to the hard impact. It can also bend the wheels of your motorcycle or throw the rider off balance. So anywhere there's construction, there's a possibility for potholes. Some of them here in North Texas look deep enough that you could lose the bottom quarter of your wheel down in that pothole. Not only can a large pothole bend the rim of a motorcycle, they can lead to flat tires and suspension damage, especially when impacted by that front tire. So how do you handle it? Scan ahead. Just like our tip before, the easiest way to avoid a pothole is the one that you see well up the road. Our following distance plays a big role in potholes as well. A car can easily straddle over a pothole, and if you're following right on the rear bumper, you're more likely to hit it. So your following distance gives you time and space to deal with potholes. Target fixation. Have you ever been riding down the road and you see something in the road and you stare at it just to ride right over the top of it? If you stare at potholes, you're much more likely to hit them. So don't stare at the pothole. Look where you want the motorcycle to go. Remember that head and eye discipline. Look where you want the motorcycle to go, not at what you're trying to avoid. Reduce your speed if possible before the pothole. If the pothole is unavoidable, it will help to rise slightly up off the seat and then use your legs as a shock absorber as the motorcycle crosses over the obstacle. If possible, you can swerve around the pothole, but make sure that you're doing that well before you get there. You don't want to be swerving as your front tire goes down into that pothole. And now's a good time to put into practice what you've been learning out on the parking lot with the field guide. Swerving is not a skill you can learn once and expect that it's going to be there when you need to avoid a hazard out on the road. So members of MCrider get instant access to the forums and the field guide. You can also get a physical copy of the field guide sent to your home. You can get ad-free videos and more, but it takes practice on your part and dedication on your part using the tools found in membership with MCrider to help you avoid those hazards out on the street and in the future. So become a member of MCrider today and be prepared for future surprises out on the road. Number 4, animals on the road. Deer, dogs, small animals. Animal collisions can pose a real threat to riders. You know, it's a sobering stat, but according to the Wisconsin Department of Transportation, 2% of car to deer collisions result in fatal accidents to humans. For motorcyclists, that number jumps to about 85%. So most of these collisions occur on 2-lane roads, with peak times being around 8 p.m., 12 a.m., 4 a.m., and 6 a.m. So if you're riding anywhere within those time frames, you want to make sure that you're aware of what's going on around you. It's during those times that deer are most active and they're most likely to enter the roadway. So what can you do about deer or small animals entering into the roadway? Well, ride with extra caution, especially in wooded or rural areas. Use the high beams when possible. Don't swerve excessively to avoid small animals. If it's inevitable that you're going to hit a smaller animal, you're better off being upright than in the middle of a swerve for your own safety. For deer, be particularly aware of the times that you're riding and the location that you're riding in. Deer crossing signs are posted for a reason. It's because those are frequent areas of collisions with vehicles out on the road between vehicles and deer. So be aware when you see those signs. It's because deer have been spotted in that area. Also realize that deer travel in packs. If you see one deer, it's well off the road. Just understand that there are probably more deer and they could be closer to or about ready to cross the road. For more tips and a complete article on this subject of avoiding animals, I've got a blog post with this topic at mcrider.com/deer25. So mcrider.com/deer25, where I get into this topic in more detail. And a bonus situation for you. Number 5, edge traps. So I used to teach an MSF class at a dealership in Dallas. One of the roads to the dealership, for several months, there was quite a large edge trap along the edge of that, moving from the highway to the exit ramp to the dealership. There was about a 2 to 3 inch drop coming down off the highway onto that exit ramp. And an edge trap is just a place of the road where the surface of the road is uneven. In this case, it was due to the construction and a partially resurfaced road. So this particular edge trap wasn't too bad going to the dealership because it was dropping down it onto the exit ramp. If you were trying to get on the highway, though, it was a little bit of a different story. Trying to get up that could cause some riders some heartburn in trying to handle that. It could catch the front wheel of the motorcycle, causing a sudden loss of control. You will also find similar situations with railroad tracks where they're not directly at a 90-degree angle to the road. If it's angled, kind of in the direction of the road and you're glancing off of it, you can get a similar situation with railroad tracks out on the road. So how do you handle it? Well, if possible, cross it close to a 90-degree angle as you can. So if you're coming at it from an angle like this, try to turn and cross it at a 90-degree angle or as close as you can safely to do so. So you want to keep a steady throttle as you're crossing, no rolling on, no off the throttle, a steady throttle as you're crossing those road traps. Avoid abrupt steering inputs to maintain stability. So you don't want to swerve at the last second. You want to avoid any unnecessary steering inputs. Especially don't break into the edge trap. That's going to make the situation worse. If you compress the front forks, putting more weight on that front tire as you hit the edge trap, that's going to make your front tire want to follow it that much more. So avoid breaking over them. Don't tense your upper body, so allow your motorcycle to make the needed adjustments to get over the hazard. You want to maintain a loose connection to the motorcycle and allow the motorcycle to do its job getting over the obstacle. So I hope you found these tips helpful. Consider becoming a member of MCrider and support my ability to make videos just like this. All the benefits of membership can be found at mcrider.com/member. Till next week, guys, it's Kevin with MCrider, and I'll see you on the road. There's a whole lot more to MCrider than just the weekly videos. Go to mcrider.com/member. You'll get instant access to the forums and the field guide. You get ad-free MCrider videos and a whole lot more. Go to mcrider.com/member for all the details.